Although the official deadline to implement the action plan passed last year, the action plan should not be forgotten. It is still very valid. One of the failures in drafting the action plan was to set a deadline for its implementation. The issues that the action plan addresses could not have been implemented in the 2 years deadline it was given. Dealing with the past crimes, addressing the suffering of the victims, establishing memorials, establishing accountable institutions, bringing to trial those who committed war crimes and violated human rights takes years and years, decades. We know well that those countries, including European countries, which have gone and suffered a civil war like Spain and Finland, still investigate, address and detain past events, even after decades. Transitional justice is a constant process. There is no limit or deadline in looking back, and nor should there be. The action plan on peace, reconciliation and justice has to be kept on the political agenda. Both the Afghan civil society and the international community have to continue to lobby the government of Afghanistan to implement it. The European Union would welcome detailed follow-up to the implementation of this plan. However, even the action plan is not a final, perfect document. There is always room to improve it. For example, the action plan does not address the reparation for the victims. This is a major failure. We have several plans about how to reintegrate those who have taken arms, who have been part of the insurgency groups, and who have committed human rights violations. We have several plans to offer these people vocational training, education, jobs. We have for them even salary plans. But how many plans do we have for the victims? How many plans do we have to integrate the victims, to offer them education, jobs, and livelihood? A lasting, sustainable, effective reconciliation and reintegration plan also addresses the needs of the victims. In addition, the action plan does not address the situation and the special needs of the weakest and most vulnerable victim groups, such as disabled, children, widows, and women. The Afghans have the right to the truth about past violations. The government of Afghanistan has the primary responsibility to protect, secure, and investigate war crimes. The failure to deal effectively with past crimes and continuing impunity contributes to and will continue to contribute to the re-emergence of violence and hinders any meaningful reconciliation process. Justice and the sovereignty of the law should be ensured and the culture of impunity ended. There is also a need for a more bottom-up approach and involvement of civil society organizations. The European Union continues its work to promote human rights in Afghanistan. It has a crucial role in addressing matters of transitional justice. Our concerns over human rights situation in Afghanistan has to be translated into hard demands of good governance from an administration that has allowed a culture of impunity. Moving forward, the European Union should refocus its attention on transitional justice, both in its own Afghanistan policies and its support to civil society initiatives that aim at building a constituency for truth-seeking and accountability. The European Union should seek the implementation of the Action Plan on Peace, Justice and Reconciliation and support other ways towards ending continued impunity and contributing to the development of the rule of law in Afghanistan. The European Union should urge the government of Afghanistan to introduce a roadmap in order to obtain results in the 5 key elements of the action plan. The European Union should give particular focus to establishing a historical record of conflict and documentation of war crimes through supporting the Afghan Independent Human Rights Commission and other ongoing documentation efforts. The European Union should insist on the establishment of an effective and transparent mechanism for senior appointments. The European Union member states need to strengthen the international and Afghan civil society in the field of transitional justice in order to allow grassroots organizations to address this important issue and to engage with the broader Afghan public, which has suffered in the past and would like to see progress in the transitional justice agenda. Furthermore, a strengthened civil society would give the government of Afghanistan more accountable on these issues. And yes, the fight is worth fighting. Thank you.